Okay. So today's topics are what we have to study today: circular flow of income. Understand? After that, methods of national income accounting. Okay, in which we will know about what is value added method, what is income method, and what is expenditure method. है ना? आज की जो क्लास है, सर्कुलर फ्लो का मतलब होता है मूवमेंट इन अ सर्किल, है ना? हिंदी में बोलते हैं वृत्तीय गति. ठीक है. इफ एनी ऑब्जेक्ट इज मूविंग इन सच टाइप ऑफ साइकिल, इट इज नोन एज सर्कुलर मोशन, वृत्तीय गति. तो इनकम की वृत्तीय गति क्या होती है, इसका मतलब क्या होता है, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सर्कुलर फ्लो ऑफ इनकम. ओके. And the crux of this theory is national income is equal to total production is equal to total income and it is also equal to total expenditure. We will understand that how this is true. कि प्रोडक्ट किसी भी इकोनॉमी में प्रोडक्शन विल बी इक्वल टू टोटल इनकम. राइटिंग बहुत रफ हो जाती है. टोटल इनकम, है ना? ओके. एंड इट विल बी आल्सो इक्वल टू एक्सपेंडिचर. ठीक है. बिफोर गोइंग टू द लिटरेचर of the text which I will provide you, We will learn it through um, examples, through the practices of normal behavior, normal life, understand? इसको हम लोग जो है अपने व्यवहारिक जीवन से, अपने वर्तमान जीवन से समझने की, जो हमारे वर्तमान जीवन की गतिविधियां हैं उससे समझने की कोशिश करेंगे, ठीक है? ऑल ऑफ दीज, आफ्टर दैट वी विल मूव टू लिटरेचर, because before understanding these in behavioral method, it is very tough to make a clear cut concept. Okay, डोंट मेक एनी एजम्पशन, डोंट एज्यूम। अभी जो मैंने बताया समझो तुम जानते ही नहीं हो। डोंट थिंक दैट इनकम इज इक्वल टू एक्सपेंडिचर और प्रोडक्शन, है ना? देयर इज नॉट पॉसिबल इन बिहेवियरिकल वर्ड, in behavioral world, in real world. Saving is also involved in income. Income has two component: either you will expense it, or you will save it. This is another matter. But it is possible that you will able to calculate the entire production of an economy. No, this is not possible. How it is possible? There are very small enterprises, है ना, self employed person, and many much of income gainer, whose income you can't estimate. And if you have no estimation, so you can't include in production. अब जैसे देखो कुछ ऐसी भी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं, है ना? If I am producing illegal liquor, if I am producing illegal liquor, this is also productive activity, है ना? Why it is illegal? Because it has not granted permission by the government. And why it is not uh, proper for consumption? Because this is not made through a proper chain of production, है ना? सो आप बहुत सारी खबरें पढ़ते होंगे ना कि बिकॉज ऑफ द कंजप्शन ऑफ पॉइजनस liquor many people dies. But this is productive activity, and if anybody, Mr. A is producing illegal liquor, it means he will sell out it. Mr. B will purchase it, purchase and consume it. Understand? So he will give income to A, means production has been done in economy. Okay, but it would be not, it would be not included in the accounting of national income. Why? It will government is government has information, है ना? And after getting information of that particular income, why government is not including it? Why the that organization which are involved in the calculation process of national income take it in take it the account of this income also? Why? Because firstly it is illegal, and if you are earning income on any illegal activity, you can't pay tax. You can't pay tax on this income, and any such income on which on which tax can't be paid is known as black money. कोई भी ऐसी आय जिस पर आप टैक्स नहीं पे कर सकते हो, वो क्या है? ब्लैक मनी. Is irrespective that this is gained through the positive legal economic activities or illegal economic activities. Understand? As you can imagine, if there is a businessman who is earning rupees 2 lakh per month, then he will earn rupees 24 lakh per year, and he will be in the threshold of 30% tax rate. Understand? 30% of 24 lakh. सही है ना? ओके. 7 point means 7.2 lakhs. That businessman has to give 7.2 lakhs as tax, as income tax, है ना? Again I am repeating that if any businessman whose income is 2 lakh per year, so he will earn 24 lakh per year, 2 lakh per month, so her annual income will be 24 lakh। एंड अगर वो 2 लाख रुपए हर महीने कमा रहा है तो 24 लाख रुपए तो उसकी इनकम हो गई ना वार्षिक। और वो 30% के थ्रेशोल्ड में टैक्स रेट के थ्रेशोल्ड में आ जाएगा, उस पर 30% टैक्स इनकम टैक्स लगेगा। अंडरस्टैंड? इफ ही हैज टू पे such big amount as a tax, means he will have only 21.8 lakh huh? uh, to two port, sorry, I took it at 30। कितना है? 24 16.8। after giving tax, after paying tax, अब you can imagine that any person is gaining the income, achieving the income of 24 lakh per annum, but he has to retain only how much money? 16.8 lakhs। it will not be very pleasurable condition for him, है ना? अच्छा, let us understand one another thing also। this income and this income, this will be known as personal income। okay, personal income or nominal income। it means he has 24 lakh in his account, this is it, his personal income, but is he free to expense this money freely? Can he expense this entire money to satisfy his needs, his wants? Why? Because he have to pay tax liability. This will be known as, this income will be known as disposable income। फिर वो तो इट इज़ अ टेकन एट मैक्रो लेवल, जो मोटे तौर पे हम वो कर रहे हैं। बाकी तो हम डेली रूटीन में ऑन डेली बेसिस, है ना, फ्रॉम राइजिंग टू स्लीपिंग, फ्रॉम वेकिंग टू स्लीपिंग, वी आर गिविंग इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स कंटिन्यूअसली, है ना? अगर आप पेन से लिख रहे हो ना, इसका मतलब ये इस पे भी आप जो पेपर यूज कर रहे हो, पेन यूज कर रहे हो, है ना, you have to pay indirect tax on everything। and not only income taxpayer are taxpayers, we all are taxpayers, all citizens or all residents are taxpayer, either they are income taxpayer or not। अंडरस्टैंड? सभी के सभी टैक्स पे, जो सभी के सभी निवासी, भारत में सभी रहने वाले सभी निवासी टैक्स पेयर हैं, ये समझिए, चाहे वो इनकम टैक्स पे करते हो या ना करते हो, because they have to pay indirect tax at every consumption, at every uh, you can say purchasing. If you purchase anything, you will have to pay. Okay, so there is another method to understand, to uh, adjust this tax with the national income. Okay, but if you think about the NNP at market price, sorry, NNP at factor cost, then I told you you have to minus indirect taxes with NNP at market price. All taxes which were paid in every step of production has to be paid. Okay, after that you will get NNP at factor cost, and that will be नेशनल इनकम, है ना। बताया था ना कि अगर आपको एनएनपी एट मार्केट प्राइस, है ना, बाजार कीमतों पर जो शुद्ध राष्ट्रीय आय प्राप्त हुई है, अगर उसे साधन लागत पर आपको राष्ट्रीय आय प्राप्त करनी है, तो आपको अप्रत्यक्ष करों को घटाना होगा। तो या तो आप फाइनल गुड की कीमत में से घटा दो, या क्या करो, हर स्टेप पे घटाओ। ठीक है ना, तो इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स तो घटते जाते हैं। ठीक है, so this is what is the difference between personal income and disposable income. Personal income is that income on which you don't have pay, नहीं, which you can't expense arbitrarily, है ना, with according to your desire, because it has included tax liability which were not settled till then. Re again. Hmm. हम्म, हाँ, इसीलिए तो कहा पर्सनल इनकम या नॉमिनल इनकम, बिकॉज इट इज अवेलेबल इन हिज पैकेट। ही he can spend in practical, because he have to pay the income tax in the last of the financial year, but he has to pay, means some part of this income has to be paid as tax। अब वो आप इसी में से निकाल के पे करो, या आप अरेंज करके करो, बट यू हैव टू पे दैट मनी, है ना। बट ऑन विच इनकम दिस दैट टैक्स हैज बीन imposed, this tax has been imposed on this income, understand। So this is, you can not freely expense this money। ठीक है, what is the difference between personal income and disposable income? हिंदी में बोलते हैं व्यक्तिगत आय, और इसे बोलते हैं व्यय योग्य व्यक्तिगत आय। What is the difference between both? Income of total income of any individual this individual or firm or any other unit. Okay, so total income of any individual which can't be ex- can't be expensed arbitrarily. ठीक है, I think that है ना, means that person is not able to expense this all income according to according to his need or desire totally, है ना, means this income has also included tax liabilities, tax liabilities. I think that means that person has to pay tax in his personal income. टैक्स लायबिलिटीज आर इंक्लूडेड। व्यक्तिगत आय का मतलब ही वह आय है जिसे कोई भी व्यक्ति मनचाहे ढंग से खर्च नहीं कर सकता है, अपनी इच्छा के अनुसार खर्च नहीं कर सकता है। मतलब कुछ पार्ट कर सकता है लेकिन पूरे धन को नहीं कर सकता है। ठीक है, क्योंकि इसमें टैक्स लायबिलिटी वेन टैक्स लायबिलिटी पेड in that condition the rest of the income of total income the rest of the total income of that individual will be known as disposable income, and this income can be spent freely विदाउट एनी बाउंडेशन, है ना। अब वो जब वो टैक्स पे कर दिया, आफ्टर दैट जो मनी बची, it would be known as disposable national, sorry, personal income. Understand? So it is very very important concept, and some questions are also asked based on these both topics, है ना. But that income, that personal income on which, that personal income on which a person can't pay taxes, whether he wants to pay it, है ना. That income of any individual on which on which he is not able to pay the tax while he wants to do it, he wants to do it. मतलब वह इनकम जिस पे कोई व्यक्ति, कोई आदमी टैक्स पे नहीं कर सकता है. यदि ये अलग बात है कि वो करना चाहता है लेकिन कर नहीं सकता है. वाई? बिकॉज, व्हाट इज द रीजन? ही हैज टू डिक्लेयर द सोर्स ऑफ दैट इनकम. If you are going to file your income tax, you have also show your source of income. आपको बताना होगा ना कि ये पैसा आया तो कहाँ से आया. अब मान लीजिए इलीगल लीकर बेच के कमाया है. If any person, and if any person gets this money through the selling of illegal liquor or smuggling, है ना, then he will not be in the condition to pay it because he can't expose his source of income. तो टैक्स तो वो गवर्नमेंट टैक्स तो छोड़ो, पूरी की पूरी जो है आपकी एसेट को कैप्चर कर लेगी, है ना. और दूसरी बात, आप क्राइम के तहत आपको भी कैप्चर कर लेगी. यू एंड योर होल प्रॉपर्टी बोथ विल कैप्चर्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट, है ना. सो यू विल नॉट गोइंग टू डू इट. It is also possible, I have told you that if any person is earning, any person's earning, annual earning is 24 lakhs through legal activities. In that condition, what would be the tax liability? Tax liability would be would be 7.2 lakhs, है ना? And this is a very big amount. So a person who is not doing anything wrong and he is earning his all income through the positive and legal activities, but there is a huge amount he has to pay as a tax, he will not be willingly do it or happily do it, because he will feel it as a burden. भाई आप ही सोचो, आप साल भर मेहनत करके 30 लाख 25-24 लाख रुपए कमाओ, उसमें से 7.2 लाख आपको देने पड़ जाए, तो वो थोड़ा सा अजीब नहीं लगेगा आपको? यार इतना पैसा देना पड़ रहा है। वो सरकारी कर्मचारी तो बेचारे मजबूर होते हैं, दे आर कंपेल्ड टू डू सो, because government deducted the tax from their income, from their salary. They have no choice, so they made a lot of LICs and so on, na, to save money from taxation. समझ रहे बात को? आप देखते हो सरकारी कर्मचारी खूब जो है LIC और इस तरह की बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसे करते हैं जिससे कि वो फॉर्म सी में आए और वो जो टैक्स कंसेशन उनको मिले. In that scenario, this person would start to in this scenario in this scenario this person will start to expose his money income in lesser amount, in lesser amount, and as real income is what, 24 lakhs, and he will show 12 lakhs. Understand? In that condition, tax liability would be decreased. है ना? This process is known as, in which you tries to avoid the total tax. In that process, in which you in that process in which any person, any individual tries to avoid total or some part of total tax liability will be known as tax avoidance, टैक्स चोरी इसी को कहते हैं, टैक्स इन्वेजन। ठीक है, अंडरस्टैंड। तो जरूरी नहीं, अच्छा अब मान लो उन्होंने जो 12 लाख पे तो टैक्स पे किया, ही पेड टैक्स ऑन 12 लाख, अंडरस्टैंड, बट रिमेनिंग income of 12 lakh is not free of tax liability, and that in portion of income tax liability was not paid, so that income would be also referred as black income, black money. So single one criteria for classified any income or any money as a black money is what? Tax payment. If you paid all taxes on your income, your entire income will be white money. And if you will not the total tax liability, you will not pay the total tax liability on your income which was incurred by positive activity, legal activities. In that condition, that portion of your income on which you didn't pay the tax will be known as black economy, black money. And in the case of illegal activities, you are not able to pay tax, so your income is black money. तो एक चीज हमेशा ध्यान में रखिएगा, इट शुड बी आल्सो remain in your mind that tax black money is not only that money which is earned through the illegal activities, it can be earned through legal activities also, है ना? it this income can be legal or illegal both. Only tax payment makes it white money or black money, understand? This is the basic of tax. And if you are hiding your some income from paying tax, that this process will be known as tax evasion or tax avoidance. Okay, this is understood, this is clear to you. Okay, then what the topic was, from where I was I started, सर्कुलर फ्लो ऑफ मनी। हाँ ठीक, ये इतना समझ में आया ना? अच्छा, लेट सपोज दैट देयर इज अ स्वीट शॉप, है ना? लुक एट द बोर्ड, देयर इज अ स्वीट शॉप, है ना? एंड इन it has its own production unit, प्रोडक्शन ऑफ स्वीट्स, मिठाइयों की दुकान है और वो मिठाइयाँ जो है खुद बनाते हैं. सो ओनर ऑफ दिस यूनिट मिस्टर ए is producer and seller. Let's suppose that Mr. B went to him and purchased sweets. In that process, Mr. A will give sweets sweets to Mr. B and B will give him money. Understand? And this money will be income of Mr. A, and this money will be expenditure for Mr. This money will be expenditure for Mr. B. Means the same money is expenditure for a person and income of another person. Understand? It's clear? It is a production unit. It means Mr. A will have only retained profit and he will distribute the parts of this income to other factor of productions, other factors of production है ना. As he will pay rent to landowner, okay, or that room owner, house owner. He will pay interest on capital if he is using anything like that. If he is using electricity, he has to pay bill, है ना. Understand? It is also capital. If he uh, got the loan from bank, in that condition he has to pay interest. If he invested his own money, in that condition in which he invested his own money, it means he is the investor, so he is also get interest payment, okay, and he will also pay wages to his laborers. Understand? अब let's suppose that Mohan is working here as a labor. So his income will be distributed among the production of all factors. This will be income for Mohan. Mohan went to market. because he has some also need. And he purchased some stationery goods. वो उसने कुछ रोजमर्रा की चीजें खरीदी जो जरूरत की चीजें हैं, है ना। जैसे उसने मान लो ही परचेज सोप, है ना, ही परचेज सॉल्ट एंड spices and food grains is like this, ठीक है। then he will pay in, this is income of Mohan, and Mohan, if Mohan is purchasing stationery from the stationery shop, Mohan will pay Mohan will pay to the owner of stationery shop, Mr. C. In that condition, expenditure of Mohan would be income of Mr. C. The same money which is income for a person is expenditure for a person is, and let's suppose that he purchased the wholesale, Mr. B wholesaler of stationery item, okay. Then Mr. C went to Mr. B, purchased stationery items, and in this process he will pay to Mr. B. Understand? And Mr. B again went to Mr. A. Can you see a chain? See a circle? Means production, है ना। Let's suppose that Mr. A made a production of sweets of rupees 500. Okay, then when he gave sweets to Mr. B, Mr. B will be paid rupees 500 to Mr. A. भाई अगर मान लो इन्होंने 500 रुपये का प्रोडक्शन किया है ना, और वो सारी मिठाई बी को बेची है, तो उन्होंने क्या किया है, उन्होंने उतनी ही जो प्रोडक्शन था, ये क्या है, ये है प्रोडक्शन। तो जितना प्रोडक्शन हुआ उतनी ही क्या, वो उतना ही क्या हुआ, एक्सपेंडिचर हुआ। एक प्रोडक्शन विल बी इक्वल टू एक्सपेंडिचर, and it will be equal to the income of all factor of income. Understand? So you can find out a solution, or you can find out the you can say it crux that production will be equal to expenditure and expenditure will be equal to income. सीधी सी बात है, if I will not purchase, we can explain it some in another way, that let's suppose that if I am delivering service to you, listen, this is discipline, it is the simplest way, but this is not a single chain, there would be a lots of chain, and this is known as interdependency, है ना? All chains will be interdependent and all components of the production chain, every production chain will be dependent on some another agents. Means what is production, what is you can say that what is economic activity, or what is economy. Economy is interdependency of many persons, they are either producer, they are seller, they are, but there should be exchange of commodities and money between them. Okay, this is a complex system, not a simple system. I am showing you a single chain, है ना, single circle, but there would be a lots of circle in any production chain. Understand? And lots of components of every production chain will depend on each other. Can you imagine that there is any direct relation between a farmer and car manufacturer? Hmm. There is no direct relation, but indirectly, because farmer is also a customer for him. ऐसा तो है नहीं ना कि ऐसा ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि ये जो किसान होते हैं वो कार खरीदते ही नहीं है, ये तो डायरेक्ट रिलेशन हो गया. बट इफ always get things in very simplified manner, because mm, in how much uh, quantity or measurement you will go in depth, है ना, it will be the simple concept will be more complex for you. So understand it on simple or simplest model firstly, after that go in depth. Up there is no direct link. Let's suppose that this is farmer and this is car manufacturer, there is no any link between them. But if he will not produce sufficient food grain, then there will be scarcity of food grains in market. And if there will be scarcity of food grains in market, it means the prices of food items will increase very rapidly, and consumers who belongs to middle class, lower middle class, will start to spend more on food items, and in that condition they have saved less money, and in the inflammatory condition they will not choose to opt to purchase a car. They will postpone their this need. So these are not directly linked, but indirectly they are linked. Because if I have to purchase some very any, I think I wish that I purchase a very I searched shirt on mobile app like Amazon, and which cost 5,000 or 7,000. But if I have some more essential priorities, then I will postpone that expenditure, because I will fulfill my requirement firstly. Understand? After that I can consider to purchase it. ठीक है ना? तो ये सिंपल मेथड है ये दिखाने के लिए. अब मैं इतने में दिखाता तो आप समझ नहीं पाते, लेकिन मैंने सिंपल तरीके से दिखाया है तो आपने इसको समझ लिया है. ओके. But in normal behavior, in practical, it is not as so. It is as it is told you. This is the model, and this is the model of closed economy. Are you looking any impact of outside, of government, of import export? No. There will be also impact of import and export, government policies, government intervention, and we are living in the era of globalization. So there will be competition with international players also, and seller of Indian resident or Indian seller have to fight with the producer of China, and have it he has to fight with the producer of USA, and China is able to produce things at low cost. Why? Because he creates a huge infrastructure. He invested a lots of money in his infrastructure, and due to development of infrastructure, his cost of money decreases very rapidly. Okay, so very sharply. In that condition, if this economy will be open, so there would be some import export effect, in competition effect of uh, international level players, government intervention. It will be more and more and more and more complex. Understand? This is simplified version. Why I told you I have only one mention, one aim to make you clear that production will be equal to expenditure and it will also be equal to income. And because of that, if we will, because of this phenomena, if we will, if we are calculating, if we are calculating national income through any method, through any of these methods, of these methods would be equal to each other, है ना? Means national income estimation on production method will be equal to national income calculated on income method and will be equal to the national income calculated by expenditure method. It is clear, है ना? We have studied that production method of accounting of national income like GDP, GNP, and NNP. These all are components of production method. Understand? If I have to observe, if I have to know your income or your family income, okay, or your father's income, I can directly know it if I will get information of income. I will know the income of your father, and if I will know the income of every individual every individual of economy, we can find out the national income by adding them. भाई अगर हमको सबकी इनकम के बारे में पता चल जाए और हम सबको जोड़ दें तो नेशनल इनकम नहीं पता चल जाएगी? पता चल जाएगी. बट आई डोंट हैव एनी इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द इनकम ऑफ his father or your father or any other person. If I will observe, if I will observe, make a observation of your expenditure, this will give me a approximate estimation of your father's income. Understand? Let's suppose that you are expensing you are expensing 5,000 rupees per month on accommodation. है ना? या or rent, you are giving rent of 5. I am making an observation and I was that you are paying 5,000 rupees per day, oh sorry, per month, and as a rent. Okay, after that I also observed that you are spending 4,000 rupees on food, है ना? Like you are taking the service of any mess, and then you will pay it. I also observed that you are also expensing 3,000 rupees per month on some other extra activities, है ना? Items related with your related with your with study. You are purchasing magazine, you are purchasing page newspapers, है ना? But you have to purchase notebooks, books, and so on. You are expensing this, and there is a C woman also in your, not woman, there is a C girl. ही मैन होता है ना. असल में जानते जब when any person is in affair तो उसे अपना पार्टनर, अगर वो लड़का है तो उसको अपना पार्टनर ही मैन, पार्टनर जो है वो सी वुमेन दिखती है, ऐसा लगता है सुपर वुमेन है. मतलब उसके दिमाग में ये आए, है ना? दिस इज वेरी जनरलाइज्ड आइडिया. मतलब सी इज एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट सी इज वेरी वेरी गुड, वी सी इज वेरी generous, she is very courteous, and she has her every attribute. And when they got married, and start to live with each other, then he realized that what is the reality of his nature, and this will make the image, that ideal image which he made in her in his mind about her, and this image breaking will break his heart also, and this is one of major cause of divorce in uh, love marriages, है ना? आप देखते हो ना हमारी सोसाइटी में जो लव मैरिज होती हैं वो उसमें से बहुत सारी फेल कर जाती हैं. This is one of the reason. No, I am not saying that this is universal truth, है ना? There are so many reasons behind it, because there are lack of support of society, है ना? There are lack of uh, mm, uh, sub sub economic and moral support of your belong family, है ना? It is not common in every, right now in India, in every family. But main problem is that there is a fight of, you can say, self identity, self respect, and there is there is a very specific term for it. I am missing it. Okay, so let's suppose that this person has a girlfriend also, and if he has girlfriend, then he has to spend on every meeting. Okay, and let's suppose that he will make an expenditure of rupees 8,000 per month on her एक्स्ट्रा, बोलते हैं ना, एक्स्ट्रा कैलिकुलर एक्टिविटीज, हैं, अन्य सांस्कृतिक गतिविधियां जो हैं आप उस पर भी खर्च करते हो. दिस इज कॉमन, दिस इज नॉट इन वेरी, आई एम नॉट टेलिंग एनी एलियन थिंग टू यू. इफ आई विल add these, then what is the total expenditure of Mr. A? 20,000. If a single person, let's suppose that you are Mr. A is a single child of his parents, है ना? Means he is if he is expensing, he is bearing expense of 20,000 rupees per month. It is sent by his father, and father has also bear the expenses of his house also. Let's suppose that it is rupees 30,000 plus your plus there are some other expenses also, है ना, which are not only belongs to uh, family expenditure, है ना, like you transportation expenditure, है ना, loan, AMI, and there are many other things. So if I will add this, then 30 to 20, means 60, it will be your the income of Mr. Father. This the income of the income of the father of Mr. A will be l- at least 60,000 rupees, will be equal to 60,000 rupees or more than. If he is bearing this expense every month, he can't borrow every month. Means he is earning more than 60,000 per month, because he have to make some savings also. He has to make some investments also. It means he is earning more than 60,000. So through expenditure, I can imagine your income or your father's income or not. Means through expenditure, it is also mm, possible to make a estimation of any person's income. It is clear what is expenditure method, what is income method, what is value added method. Value added method. Let's suppose that this is a fabric manufacturing fabric manufacturing company. Okay, it produced some fabric and sell it. What will be the price of selling price? It would be the cost, total cost of production total cost of production plus profit. Understand? ठीक है? Means if total cost of production was rupees 200 and the profit was rupees 30. Okay, so he sell this fabric to any shirt manufacturing company. Okay, in that process he will purchase this shirt in 230. He get this fabric in 230 rupees and uses some other intermediate goods as button, thread, machine, etc., and produce a shirt. The total cost which he bear is 230, and expenses are these intermediate, these following. Means he done a value addition process. What is value addition process? He turned fabric in shirt. मतलब he add some quality, or you can say that uh, attributes, and for this adding of attributes or quality, he has to bear some expenses. So how much quality he was mm, uh, added with him, it can be calculated. Let's suppose that the total production cost would be 230 plus 70, this raw material intermediate goods, plus 100 rupees labor charge, understand, plus his own profit. hmm? Yeah, for factor cost होगा, but if I am adding these all things, these are known as intermediate goods or not, because this is not a final good, you can't consume button. Okay, then what is the value of final good? Means shirt, value of final good of shirt, it would be 4 450, would be 450. Then what is the value addition? What is the value addition in the process to making a shirt through the use of fabric and other intermediate goods? Means you have to deduct the final value and intermediate consumption. Understand? So what is the primary What is the cost of fabric? 230. And what is the cost of shirt? It means what is the, how much it was? It was 230. Means he made the value addition of 170 rupees. Forget everything. Just understand that he is using fabric and making a shirt. It means he is adding some qualities, adding some properties in that fabric so that it can be usable. Means it enhances the quality. Understand? It performed production process. Okay, it also included the capability of uh, satisfying the need of any person. Insert fabric, sorry, in fabric alone can't uh, satisfy the need of any person, but when it was converted in shirt, it is now ready for consumption, and it is able to, it has capability to satisfy the need of any person. So with the use of fabric, he produced shirt, and in this process he added some qualities. Okay, and in this chain, in this process, he add the qualities of the value of 170 rupees. This is value addition, and this is value addition. If we know all the production chain, hmm, yeah, listen that his income is 170. Okay, and that will be further distributed in the other factor of cost. It is not his sole income, it will be the income of all factors of production. It will be distributed among both, but it will be equal to income. अंडरस्टैंड? ये बात समझ में आई? अच्छा, इसको एक दूसरे एग्जांपल से भी समझते हैं. लेट्स सपोज दैट there is a farmer who produced wheat. Wheat was transformed in flour. Flour was transformed in bread, and bread was transformed in cake. Okay, I also made a explanation about this. How many percent water? Oh, it's so much nonsense. Okay, come to the point. We will use the unit kg, है ना? We will use not per piece, not per dozen, per not per any other unit. We will use it as kg. Let's suppose that farmer produce the wheat 25 kg, and or only 1 kg. Let's suppose it make it more simplified, 1 kg, and its value is rupees 20. So this will be the income of Mr. Farmer. Okay, and this will be income of Mr. Farmer, but this would be distributed among the other factors too, because in farming process only farmer is not involved. He is entrepreneur. He is also using land. He is also using capital. He is also using labors, agriculture labors. Okay. Let's suppose that when this wheat goes to flour mill, and this flour mill uses machineries, electricity, and so on. And in this process, when floor owner will also add his profit, the total cost of floor is right now 28 rupee per kg in market. These are our market prices. अंडरस्टैंड? ठीक है ना? यहाँ तक बात समझ में आई? तो what is value addition? He made wheat usable, and this process to add some such properties, some as properties which will turn any item, any product, any good in another good which is ready for use. You can use wheat. Okay, it means he is adding some attributes, and this is known as value addition process, and he has to pay some cost for that. Then what is the value addition? Value of prices bear by the flour mill for value addition rupees 8. Okay, let's suppose that this flour goes to bread company, and he also used a lots of things like water, like sugar, like machinery, electricity, labor, and some ingredient baking soda and so on. And and in this process, the total cost of bread in market is rupees 45 per kg. It has included all the values which are borne by bread producer, bread manufacturer. Understand? Means the value of flour, means the value of sugar, means the value of water, means the value of machinery, everything. And this is now value addition. Bread, in this process, flour transform in bread. Means there's some other attributes are added, and for adding these attributes he has expenses some money. Then what is the value addition in this process? Rupees 30, 13 it would be or not? Okay, sorry, I made a wrong calculation. I think I should do some work on my mathematics. Let's suppose that bread is goes to cake manufacturer, and he will use lots of things, like if he is making egg, cake with egg, and there is a cakes are available which are made without eggless cake. Okay, but he is using egg also, so he will use a lots of things to convert a bread in cake, and it is a luxury. It is a need, it is a need, it is a need, but it is not a need, it is a luxury. Okay, and for making luxury you have to be some more money, and the price of luxurious good would be more in market. Let's suppose that the cake has the market value of 200 rupees per kg, because he has to pay skilled labor, because he has to pay a lots of ingredients, and he has to make it in a very fashionable manner. It will cost more. So what is value addition in this process? 155. This is the final good, and it will be consumed. Okay, so there are two methods of calculation of net production, total production. If we will take the value of final good, I told you that total value of final production, final good or service, है ना? What is national income? The total of values of final goods and services. Understand? As so, what is the to- total production rupees 200? We can also find it by another way. Total value of value of total production, total value addition. Farmer made the value addition of 20 rupees. Okay. 8 by flour mill. How much? Why? Why? Because it was absent from nature. It was absent from its scenario. He cultivated it. It is the primary value addition. Understand? Without this value addition, there would be no other value addition. Understand? 17 plus, add these all, this will be equal to 200. Okay. So in production method we can calculate the total production in two ways. Okay, and this is, if we are calculating it, total value, total value addition is 200, and this is the total production. It is clear. So what are, this will be the income of a cake manufacturer, and this will be distributed also. Okay, this is known as production method or value addition method. Okay, one thing I was going to tell you but missing right now. So this is the behavioral picture or a practical manner to understand the production, understand the um, um, estimation of or calculation of national income, how national income is calculated. Okay, अब देखो, हाँ, वो एक जाहिर सी बात है। नहीं, अब जीएसटी में ये, अब इट इज, what is GST? Goods and services tax. It is value added tax, and in that taxation process, tax will not imposed on the total cost. It would be only imposed on the value which was added in every step. It will be levied on or imposed on 8 rupees, 17 rupees, 45 rupees, 155 rupees, but not on the costs of product. Understand? VAT. It is, what is the meaning of it? Value added tax. Value added tax means that tax which was imposed on imposed or levied कुछ भी लिख लो levied on value addition not on the total cost of product. It can be understood by the terminology that this tax will be imposed on only value addition. Okay. Acha, I told you that this is production value on market price. Okay, means it is GDP at market price. Okay, what will you do if you have to get you have to get national income? We do all process like you will add NIFA minus depreciation, and through this you will get this value on GDP, sorry, NNP at market price, sorry, at factor cost. Minus indirect tax plus subsidy. You will do all this, and after that you will get this, and this will be national income. Understand? It means if you will, we will add all the value addition of any economy in every production process, it will give us GDP at market price. It will provide us GDP at market price. Why GDP at market price? Because this production was done on market price. All intermediate goods were purchased on market price, not on stable price. भाई तुम आज शर्ट बना रहे हो तो तुम आज की डेट पे तो बटन लोग के लेके आओगे, थ्रेड लेके आओगे, बाकी चीजें लेके आओगे. Okay, and this is done in the territory of your own nation, so this is domestic. But if you have to find out national income, then you will do all this. Okay, this will be value as method. So we will uh, do some work on literature regarding it. Okay, like what is income method, in that which type of income is added, and what is expenditure method. Okay, but in brief, and tomorrow this class will be over, national income chapter will be over. Okay, after that I will start to teach you money and money supply. Okay, understand that um, I have covered the book of macroeconomics of 12th level, है ना? No, after that I will pursue the remaining topics. Okay, I will continue the. But this book contains a very serious and that topics which are some complexity, which has some complexity. That this is some complex to understand money supply. What is money? What is money supply? And so we will do this firstly. After that, we will do next chapters. Okay.